The Milwaukee Brewers are winners of 7 in a row, and they continue their series with the Mets, who have dropped 5 in a row and 9 of their last 10. The Brewers are the only team in Major League Baseball to have multiple 8-game winning streaks this season. Tonight, they have an opportunity to do it 3 times in the season for the first time in franchise history.
Tobias Myers, a significant moment for him, Vinny. His first start, as Sophia mentioned, since the 17th of May. He's been good out of the bullpen, tinkering with a few pitches. He was excellent last year. Can he get back on the rails now? Juan Soto now, homered in the first inning yesterday.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out on a changeup. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night, Juan Soto. That was an impressive stretch there from Tobias Myers. One more man to contend with. Starling Marte is doing the DHing. Foul tipped and caught by Contreras. Inning over. 2 Ks in a perfect first inning for Tobias Myers.
And it is an opener for the Mets. First ever start for 32-year-old Reed Garrett. Maybe an inning, maybe 2, Vinny, but don't expect him to be out there long. It's going to be Frankie Montas, the former Brewer, who will be the bulk pitcher here today.
Check swing, breaking ball. He went around, strike 3. Collins reached down to try to unbuckle that shin guard, but the third base umpire, Will Little, punches him out, and Reed Garrett will take that. 2 up and 2 down. Swing and a miss. Hard splitter down and in. Garrett strikes out 2 in a scoreless and perfect first inning.
Pete Alonso leading off for the Mets. Alonso hit home run number 251 on Monday night. 1 away from Darryl Strawberry and the Mets all-time record. Fly ball, deep left field. Going back is Collins. Darryl Strawberry, you've got some company. 252 home runs. Pete Alonso has tied the Mets all-time home run record.
Sweet it is! Pete Alonso has tied Darryl Strawberry with his 252nd home run. Tied for the franchise record. It gives the Mets a 1-0 lead in the top of the second.
Darryl Strawberry had been alone in first place on the Mets home run list for 37 years.
What a moment. Congratulations to the polar bear. Now, talking to Carlos Mendoza today, just saying we're 1 moment away from kind of blowing something open. In his words, it was the 3-run homer, right? That big swing, not just take the lead, but just for everybody, the pressure on everybody, just find that big swing. And so the Mets, Pat, have it set up here.
Count goes full, bases loaded. All 3 runners will get a head start.
Runners go. The pitch is a called third strike on the inside corner. Tobias Myers locks up Lindor with a changeup and gets out of the second inning, stranding the bases loaded.
Jeremy Hefner on his way out. It has been a struggle for Montas, not just tonight, but throughout the year. Vaughn had a single to right. Perkins had a single to right. Siegler walked. Mets stranded the bases loaded in the top of this inning. Now the Brewers have them full with 2 away. Ortiz hitting 263s, 5 for 19 with the bases loaded.
Ground ball towards the middle. Lindor off his glove and into center. That'll score 2 runs, and the Brewers have the lead. A high chopper over the mound behind the second base bag. Lindor looked like he had a shot to make the play. It went off the top of his glove, and Joey Ortiz drives in a pair.
It's been really, really crazy to see, as the Mets have been at times spiraling these last few weeks, how it's happened. Guys with great names on the back of their jerseys struggling.
Here's Starling Marte, went 2 for 4 last night. A double, a home run. 2 of the Mets' 5 hits against the Brewers. Marte to right field. Going back is Frelick at the track. Leaping! It's gone! Starling Marte ties the game at 2. Back-to-back nights with a home run for Starling Marte.
How good has he been for the Mets? And they needed it. They needed Jolt, a veteran presence in the midst of some offensive struggles. He homered yesterday, he homers today, and because he homered yesterday, he's in the 3 spot in the lineup to do exactly that. And speaking of opportunities, here's a guy who can give him the lead.
Here's Pete Alonso.
It's out sharply. Look at Ortiz. And the throw is perfect. Joey O with a gem on a bullet off the bat of Pete Alonso.
109 off the bat of Alonso. It got on Ortiz in a hurry. Boy, he made that look so much easier than it was.
Oh, gets by Alvarez. Contreras to second base, and the go-ahead run in scoring position now. 2-2, runner at second now for Yelich.
Swing and a miss. Yelich down on strikes for the second time tonight. 2 away.
Big strikeout for Montas.
2 outs now. Here is Vaughn. King Vaughn, as the t-shirt says.
Payoff pitch to Vaughn. Swing a bouncing ball back towards the middle. McNeil has it to his right behind the bag. Sidearm throw to first in time for the out. And Frankie Montas in and out of trouble in the third. The throw to second. The tag is not in time. A hustle double for Jeff McNeil. And the Mets have the go-ahead run in scoring position here in the top of the fourth on McNeil's first hit of the night.
And that might be it for Myers.
So Tobias Myers, his night is done. 3 1/3. Line not closed, though. He is responsible for both runners on.
Now he's going to turn it over to Aaron Ashby.
The left-hander will face left-handed hitting Cedric Mullins, hitting out of the 9 spot.
Way outside, off the glove of Contreras, rolling towards the on-deck circle. Both runners will walk to the next base. McNeil to third, Alvarez to second. Second and third with 1 away. And the Mets looking to cash in against Aaron Ashby. Breaking ball swung on serve, shallow right. Frelick coming in. He won't get there. It falls in, a base hit. McNeil comes in to score. Alvarez goes to third. Cedric Mullins is at first with an RBI single. And the Mets have a 3-2 lead in the 4th inning.
And the extra 90 feet on that wild pitch. The difference right there.
So runners at the corners now for Francisco Lindor.
Ground ball to third. Bobbled by Siegler. Gets up. Throws to second for 1. The turn by Terang. Oh my goodness, it's in time. Wow. What a turn by Bryce Terang.
And Lindor is totally frustrated.
How could you not be? Hit that one on the nose, and it had to take some perfect defense. Next man up, Bryce Terang, flied out in the second.
Into center field. Terang gets into one. That's got a chance. It's up. It is out. Bryce Terang has homered in his 2nd consecutive game. Just like that, we are tied. Just like last night. And just like last night, Terang jumps on the first pitch.
This kid has some pop. He has found his power stroke as of late.
His 5th inning in Milwaukee, squared at 3. Juan Soto to the plate.
Soto against lefty Aaron Ashby. Swing and a drive, though, deep right center field. Frelick going back. This one on the way and gone. The lead right back to the Mets. Juan Soto homers for the 3rd time in as many games, and it gives the Mets a 4-3 lead in the top of the 5th. Home run number 28 into the Met bullpen in right center field. And in this seesaw game, the Mets are back in front by a run.
We definitely have ourselves a situation here in Milwaukee, Keith. If you're out in right field, yeah, the roof is closed, but it's raining on you.
They're getting dumped on a little bit.
And here we go to the 6th, and it's the Brewers' debut, Vinny, for Shelby Miller. And this is a key acquisition for Matt Arnold at the trade deadline from the Diamondbacks.
Here's the pitch, and a wave of the miss. It gets by the catcher. Alvarez heading to first base. He's going to make it. It's a strikeout and a wild pitch as Contreras could not corral it. Certainly a catchable ball with a breaking ball from Miller, but Alvarez will reach on the strikeout. Inning will continue to Cedric Mullins. Ground ball right at Siegler. He throws a short way to second base. Miller puts up a 0 in his Brewers debut.
It's a great Brewers bullpen, and they've held the Mets down to give their offense a chance to come back tonight.
Terang led off with a single. There's 1 away.
Ortiz put the ball in play in the 2nd, resulted in an error that led to the first 2 runs. Ortiz right field. That is sinking. It is down fair. And it bounces out. It'll be an automatic double for Ortiz. Death by paper cuts. And the Brewers are in business now in the 7th with runners at 2nd and 3rd and 1 out. Mets bring their infield in.
Al Frelick, one of the many on the Brewers. Great with runners in scoring position. He's got 2 right now.
Frelick puts it in play. Here comes Terang. No play at the plate. Put the ball in play. And this game is tied at 4. Sal does it again, fighting for his life with 2 strikes, and he delivers the RBI. And that'll be the end of the line for Ryan Stanek. It's going to be Ryan Helsley, the key pickup at the trade deadline for David Stearns and the Mets. Isaac Collins at the plate. Collins has some great history against Ryan Helsley. He is 3 for 3 against him. That's the go-ahead run, 90 feet away. Collins, bouncing ball, Mauricio boots it. In to score is Ortiz. And the Brewers have a 5-4 lead. And the man Mendoza brought in for defense cannot corral it. It is scored as a hit and an RBI, a play that Mauricio should have made.
And Isaac Collins with some major ownage over one of the best arms in baseball, Ryan Helsley.
And that one is scorched into right field, but Backing up to grab it is Soto. Or was it time violation? No pitch. Wow. Ryan Helsley doesn't see the home plate umpire Ryan Addington telling him to get back on the mound. Second straight night something like this has happened. Last night it was catcher's interference, and this time a pitch clock violation on Helsley, and that erases an out.
He's got new life.
And Contreras, deep left center, gone! A two-run blast, 7-4 Milwaukee.
How about that? After the miscue at third base by Ronnie Mauricio, could have been out of the inning. And then William Contreras with his 10th homer of the year, 49th RBI.
These Brewers taking advantage of every single mistake.
Abner Uribe now with the Brewers up 7-4.
30 holds on the season, which leads all of Major League Baseball. This is another situation where he could earn another hold.
Uribe has been a strike throwing machine in this 8th inning, trying to strike out the side, and he got him. What an inning! 15 pitches, 13 strikes, and he strikes out the side in the 8th. Abner Uribe is a dude.
Trevor McGill 3 outs away from winning a series against the Mets. He's got a 7-4 lead right now.
Mets have their first hit since the 5th. First base runner since the 7th.
Francisco Lindor 0 for 4. He struck out twice. The 2 balls he's put in play were hit right on the nose.
Lindor strikes out. High cheese from Trevor McGill. 2 outs here in the 9th.
The Mets are down to their final out.
Soto can't beat you.
Check swing. Yes, he did. Ball game over. Trevor McGill seals win number 8 in a row for the Brewers.
McGill strikes out Soto. A scoreless 9th. 8 consecutive wins for the Brew Crew.
And the Mets drop their 6th consecutive game. 7-4 the final.